Thank you, Edgeworth. The answer lies in the past. 2 years in the past, to be exact. Right here inside this picture. Oh, this is you.
It's the picture of the award ceremony. Ah,
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
it's the broken murder weapon.
Notice the award Prosecutor Marshall's holding.
That's a broken knife.
As we earlier concluded, the knife in the picture was not Joe Dark's knife. That being the case, the knife the witness saw was in all likelihood this reward. Neil Marshall was awarded the King of Prosecutors that day. As the award, he was given his broken shield and his broken nif. When he chased after Joe Dark, he pulled out his nif. Now, being a prosecutor, he did not carry a pistol. The broken nif is the only weapon he had in this dangerous situation.
But that can't be.
Oh, and why not, Mr. Edgeworth?
Because if the King of Prosecutors Award knife was the murder weapon, then the murderer and the victim would be reversed.
What do you mean?
I mean, this man raising a knife would have been Prosecutor Neil Marshall.
Oh. Oh! So he's pretty dead right now. Who cares if he's guilty? But the prosecutor was the one who actually died! That's true. What's going on here?
It seems Mr. Wright has been a bit too eager to jump to conclusions.
I think that, Emma.
Wait, I remember now. I remember everything.
How
Good.
convenient.
Witness!
Mr. Edgeworth,
What is it?
could you show me your evidence list again, please?
His left? Hold on, that scribbled picture on the back.
What do you mean? Oh.
I knew it. This picture. I'm the one who drew it.
Well, we knew that before, actually. You said that.
What? Okay.
You do that?
That's right. The list wasn't torn in half at the time I drew this picture.
What?
Oh, I get it. All this time I've been trying so hard to forget. I must have lost this part way deep inside me.
Was there like a giant decapitated blue badger head following them around while they were being stabbed?
To shed a lore.
Perhaps
Or
it'd be
chandelier.
best if we had this as a witness testimony. Would you please tell us what you were called, Miss Sky?
Yes, Your Honor.
First the Nif mix-up, and now the blue badger? This should be interesting. Emma's recollection. Go. I'm gonna drink while you're reading this.
When I saw that man raise his knife, I panicked and rushed towards both of them. I think I knocked away the man with the knife. Just then, there was another flash of lightning, and that's when I saw the blue badger.
He's not the mascot that the police wants. He's the mascot that the police deserves.
He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw his shadow.
There's a ghost. Here, you be the judge for a second.
This is certainly most unusual. Try impossible. The head detective of criminal affairs didn't even design him until this year.
That would mean he didn't even exist 2 years ago. Yes, well, the defense may now begin its examination.
Hold it. Please. Stop, please. Don't pursue this any further.
Ooh, that's an interesting pose. Lana! What is the meaning of this? Please remain seated in the defendant's chair. Please, remain seated, please. Sit down, get cool.
But you can't do this. I've already confessed to my crime. Why can't you just leave it at that?
We're nosy assholes.
Chief Prosecutor Sky. We've already come this far. It's too late to turn back.
He sounds like a villain in like an anime. We've gone this far. It's too late to go back now. Silence! I kill you! The defense will not begin cross-examination. Bailiff, please detain the defendant in his most kinky way as possible. Okay, we're finally getting to the core of the matter. Emma's recollection. Okay. Then you say that man. I assume you refer to Joe Dyer.
Yes, at least I think it was him.
You think?
All I can really see were shadows.
The power outage that immediately preceded the incident is also documented in the prosecutor's office reports.
So then you... How that? Why would he do something so dangerous?
What else could I have done? He was about to stab Mr. Marshall.
She seemed convinced that Doc was the one holding the knife.
But as we've just theorized, Mr. Marshall was the one holding the knife.
Well, I didn't know at the time. When that dark guy knocked me down,
Did you mean black guy?
all I could think was I've got to help Mr. Marshall.
And also, yeehaw! Okay, you don't have to wait a minute. Actually, remember the print? Where is it? Remember this thing? It's just a cloth.
Yeah.
It has Emma's fingerprints on it?
Mm-hmm.
If you remember, it's like leather.
Mm-hmm.
So you think that might... So she actually did push away Marshall. What do you mean you think?
It all happened so fast, and I was in shock. I don't remember everything clearly, but when I did, it was all kind of a blur.
In a matter of just a few seconds, Miss Guy was almost killed. Then she witnessed a murder about to take place. A little disorientation is only natural.
I saw the man about to stab the other man who I thought was Mr. Marshall. I knew I had to stop the man with the knife.
What you did was very brave, young girl. So then what happened next? This Rambo line. It was very brave. Would you like a lollipop? Blue Badger. He's not the mascot that we need. He's the mascot we deserve. Are you sure about this?
Of course. See, I even drew the picture of him here.
But the head detective of criminal affairs started up this hideous beast. And that was just this year. The Blue Badger didn't exist 2 years ago. This is all quite verifiable.
A fancy word, Edward.
I know it sounds strange. I was surprised too when I saw him at the police department.
He haunted my nightmares.
I had this nagging feeling that I'd seen him before somewhere.
I bet that's what Gant was doing. He was wearing like a Blue Badger costume.
Yeah.
Do you remember this?
Now I finally remember.
Oh, brother. Just when you thought this had caused enough commotion. Tell us! Where in the room did you see him dancing? Oh, that... His shadow? So you mean you didn't actually see his face when it... with this winning smile and all?
That's right. But I still remember it. He had 3 creepy horns.
I'm not sure that's what you're calling it. I think it would be a hat.
One of his horns is broken. This is pointless. That thing couldn't have possibly existed 2 years ago. The witness must be mistaken.
Me mistaken. That may well be. But what's important is that it caused her to... is what caused her to think she saw what she did.
Oh? And I suppose you have an explanation? If so, then by all means, tell us what this shadow really was.
What is it Emma saw when the lightning flashed? Who is the Blue Badger really? I just might know. The Blue Badger even dreamed up when Emma drew this picture. Yeah, she's certain that she saw a shadow. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, he said ladies and gentlemen. He's got to have something. It is the defense's belief that on the fateful day 2 years ago, there indeed was something that looked similar to the Blue Badger. Something that is now sitting in this very room.
Mr. Wright?
In this room? Very well, Mr. Wright. Who was it the witness saw that instant? Please show us a mysterious Blue Badger look-alike. My attorney's badge? The Blue Badger?
There's the word badge in it.
Huh?
There's the word badge in it.
You're right.
Badge.
So, okay, this is from the last thing. Wait!
That.
It has like 3 horns, kinda. Hold on, if you check it, if you
Yeah.
rotate it just the right way, it kinda looks like the Blue Badger head.
Mm-hmm.
You look at it kinda like that, so you think it's the unstable jar.
Yeah.
That's why
Take
I
that!
was thinking.
The mysterious Blue Badger was in fact this. Which, by the way, has a really stupid jar.
I
The
know.
existence is pointless. But that's... what exactly is that? I believe it's some sort of jar.
But
But
Mr. Wright, that doesn't look anything like the Blue Badger.
Indeed it doesn't. As it stands now, it's just a plain jar. However, what if we were to change our viewpoint? Our viewpoint?
what's that?
Do you want me to stand on my head? I could do that, you know. I've got to show them the correct angle to look like this. Oh crap, I actually need to freaking... Okay. So... Like that? Huh. Like this? That's the crap thing is I don't know how accurate we have to be on this.
Uh-huh.
Because we might... Oh wait, there's no exclamation point. Well this little nub should be sticking at the bottom. They're also supposed to kind of... Wait, okay. Kind of like that-ish?
If we don't have exclamation points, then I guess. Why not?
Let's... Okay, so this... Does it look like its head?
Yeah, I mean, try it if we don't have exclamation points.
Take that! This isn't right! I gotta make it look more like the Badger!
Allow me to remind the defense its case hinges on the witness's drawing. If Mr. Wright can't match the shape the witness drew, he cannot accept his claim.
I've gotta find just the right angle. Maybe I should rotate it vertically a bit more. Or horizontally?
Come on, Mr. Wright, you can do it.
I gotta show them the correct
What if you
angle.
use all 3 of the brown things instead? Because there's 3 brown things that stick out, right?
Huh? Wait, hold on. No, I think the third... Well, the third one's broken, so I think it's... Oh, wait. Huh.
Wow. There you
Oh,
go.
like that. Like that.
That is better.
Like that?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. That looks
Yeah.
like it. Take that. There we go. Well, is this a miracle or what? I can imagine in Carrot, he's just kind of like, look at that! Look at that! It's like, you rotate a jar, who cares? It's so beautiful. No one can possibly deny this jar's resemblance to the Blue Badger! Let me just red in the background.
No. It can't be.
What the frick is going on?
What a weird case.
Order! Order! The defense has proven its claim. The mysterious Blue Badger witness on the day of the crime was actually this.
Although we all enjoyed Mr. Wright's dramatic performance, one question remains.
Okay, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
What's the point?
What do you mean?
So that badger thing was actually just a jar. That doesn't change anything.
Objection! I'm afraid that's where you're wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. You see, this changes everything!
Indeed. Very well then, please tell us. What's different now that you know the witness saw this jar?
Wait, the location?
Points.
Wait, okay, so the location, the murder weapon, I don't think the murder weapon has to do with the jar. The murderer...
There was blood on it.
Well, maybe, oh wait, hold on. Can you go on evidence yet? If you look at the picture, the jar's in the picture.
Yeah,
And there's that suit of armor. The suit of armor was on Gant's side of the office. So you think maybe it's location. I'm gonna say location. Allow me to take these in turn. At the moment of the murder, the witness saw this jar.
Not only that, but she saw it at a very specific angle.
Knowing this, where could she have seen this jar? Where? The location of the jar is shown in the picture taken on the day of the crime. It's on the shelf in the office of Damon Gaines.
But the body was found lying near Lana Sky's desk. The witness testified so herself.
Objection! Yes, and it's these two facts that reveal what actually transpired. You see, the struggle between Dark and Marshall did not take place in Lana Sky's office. It happened on the other side of the room in Chief Gant's office!
Are you implying the murderer moved the victim's body from Damon Gant's office to Lana Sky's office?
Yes.
Why would he do that? There's no reason.
Exactly! I love that. There's no reason to. Exactly. If there wasn't a reason, he wouldn't have gone through the trouble. The only logical conclusion is that there was a reason. You know what that reason was, Mr. Wright? I finally figured it out. It's why Lana tried to stop the trial. It's too late to quit now, though. Please recall the witness's testimony. She said she knocked away the man who was holding up the knife. In the next instant, the jar was hit and flew through the air. Now tell me, what could have sent the jar flying?
Was that the right through?
That would have had to have been the impact of the man made when he was knocked into the wall. Ladies and gentlemen, if I may draw your attention to this picture once more. If the man was knocked into the direction of the shelf the jar was sitting on, what would he have hit? The suit of armor! Holding a very sharp and dangerous looking sword. Actually, it's more of a lance, whatever. Yes. And since the man who was knocked into the armor was carrying a broken knife, he would have had to have been Neil Marshall, wielding the prosecutor's award.
No, Mr. Wright, you can't be thinking...
Yes. There was another possibility of what actually transpired in that room. Another possibility? Of course, the perpetrator would have no idea, but nevertheless, are we gonna try Emma for murder? He's basically hinting at that Emma pushed him into the armor and killed him.
That's what I was thinking.
Holy crap.
About.
I don't know if I can go through with this. Mr. Riggett, what's the matter?
If events took place as the defense theorizes, then the outcome is obvious. In that moment, assuming the man Emma Sky knocked away was actually Prosecutor Neil Marshall.
Ooh, graphic.